I first started taking drugs by chewing blocks of hash.
Oh my God, I think my copy has like bloodstains on it from shooting up while reading it.
Party animal. I hate to say that because that makes me sound...
Well, I think that all my heroes were drug addicts, so it was only a matter of time. But it wasn't until I got to college where I really got a little too into the coke, and then later, you know, when I was out here after college, then things kind of I got a little untethered. I think the first time I got sober was 1988, after I left here out of my mind, had to wear, you know, pinky rings and certain shirts to stay safe. That's where my brain was.
Was that part of the psychosis?
Yeah, there were skulls involved. Everything had to have a skull on it.
And you just went to meetings and...
No, I went into rehab. I checked into a month-long program, and then I never went to meetings.
Yeah, that doesn't work, huh?
I'd go to the meetings, but I didn't understand really why I was there necessarily.
Yeah.
It was sort of like school. You know, I went through a few sponsors very quickly. You know, I ended up landing on one that was kind of a nutbag. You know, I don't really sponsor people because I don't think I'd be... A lot of times I just don't... I don't have the time to do it properly. Like, I never really became a drone, you know, and I never really became a service junkie. That's the weird thing with anonymity is, like,
right.
If you're publicly, you know, it's I don't know. I guess it's always a bad idea, but I don't think that tradition necessarily is as binding as it used to be. Like, I won't bring up other people, but I'll be public about myself. And I guess the fear is like, well, if somebody listens to me or I'm their role model and they go out, then the program gets blamed. And that's ridiculous.
That is the most ludicrous argument, and I hear it all the time. How would somebody think, like, as if people don't know that people in AA go out? Like, everybody's like... That argument. I think
it's really just to protect the program more than anything else.
And that I understand. I mean, I recently got an email. I know you think you're invincible to relapse is what this person wrote. It's like, I never said that.
Well, I try to qualify it with, you know, this is my experience. I don't speak for AA, but it helped me.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, especially because I have an audience of people and the type of show I do, you know, that need help, and I've helped a lot of people. I will always answer emails that are alcohol related. I'll always, you know, guide people to the program. And then there are people that are like, fuck AA. Yeah. You know, there's other programs out there. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what they are. Yeah. And, you know, whatever that is. And, oh, you know, the success rate for AA is very low. It's like, yeah, but it's better than nothing. And it's something you have to determine yourself. It's like, you know, when people say, I don't know if I'm an alcoholic, I'm like, well, look, if it's not fucking your life up, then knock yourself out.
What I'm curious about is like how the success has changed your recovery, if at all. You seem to be super humble about it all. Suddenly you have legions of women who send you shit and like want to sleep with you.
The thing about it is with me, I guess I think I am humble, but I also know that part of my isms was, you know, a sort of like weird defensive arrogance. To guard my insecurity. So I'm very wary because I know that I can get pretty obnoxious pretty quickly. I really had to get right-sized. Like, really. I really had to assess where I was at in my life and let go of shit. So, you know, that happened before the success. So I gave up on the idea of being a relevant comic. I gave up on the idea of ever having a TV show. So a lot of the jealousy went away. I'm like, you know, it's just not my life. Yeah. And at some point, as a grown-up, you can't live in a fucking dream world. And then I started doing it, and these other things sort of came around. The fact that became successful, that whatever the hell I didn't hear, which was, you know, as true as I could be, which was not, you know, trying to be funny, but just trying to be me and be present and process this stuff publicly, was where my success came from. So the validation and the self-esteem that came from that validation, because I was being genuinely myself, was very humbling.